So always cool to wear 42. Always cool to have it on the back of the jersey. But no, it never gets old for a lot of reasons. But it's definitely important to just always make sure we pay homage and enjoy it, not take those moments for granted. You look throughout your clubhouse, you look across the field, you look in history where the game's at today. A lot of the excitement is from players not just American-born as well. I think it's cool to see our game go international. And this is Jackie Robinson Day obviously supports that, and we remember that. But what it took to allow this game to be what it is today, super special.
Jackie broke the color barrier at the Major League Baseball level. Johnny Ritchie broke the color barrier in the Pacific Coast League a year after Jackie broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball, but there wasn't Major League Baseball on the West Coast at that time. So the Pacific Coast League was the highest level of professional baseball at that point. But what's really cool about Johnny Ritchie is he's a native son of San Diego. So he grew up here, he went to San Diego High School, and then he went to San Diego State to play baseball and go to college. He left after a year in 1943 to enlist in the Army, and he served in World War II. So he was in the Army Corps of Engineers in Normandy, Battle of the Bulge, and in the Philippines. So he proudly served his country, and then he came back and started to play professional baseball. And then he broke the color barrier here in San Diego with his hometown PCL Padres in 1948. So we started several years ago a Breaking Barriers scholarship program and a forum that we do in honor of Johnny breaking the barrier, the color barrier, here in San Diego. And so we award scholarships that we're going to be giving out on field pregame tomorrow to promising young high school students that have written an essay and explained to us how they've broken barriers in their own life. Oftentimes they're the first in their family to go to college, and they come from underserved areas of San Diego. And so these scholarships are especially meaningful for them to be able to access college education. And we think it's a really special way to continue to honor this legacy of Johnny Ritchie that we're so proud of here in San Diego, that he broke the color barrier on the West Coast in professional baseball, and he's ours. He belongs to us. He's a Padre, and he's a San Diegan. And so we have a bust of him in the ballpark over by the Breitbart Hall of Fame. He was a catcher, so it shows him in his catching gear throwing the ball. And when we remodeled the home plate club down here, it was really, we felt it was very important to feature some of the history of Johnny Ritchie having played for the PCL Padres. So we picked this focal point and this photo to show off Johnny with Luke Easter and Artie Wilson, who were a couple of his teammates on the PCL Padres, just so that hopefully more and more fans over time can learn about Johnny, his bravery, the barriers that he broke, and how proud we are of him as an organization. So 2 years ago, we celebrated the 75th anniversary of Johnny breaking the color barrier. And so we wore the PCL Padres uniforms for a game, which is pretty cool. And we still sell that in the team store. So it's actually, you can't see it because it's black and white here, but the colors were like a dark navy blue and a red. So, and then the hat had a block S on top of it. So we're going to get you some of that gear so you can have it, and you know the significance of it now and what it represents for us. So as players, including you, wear Jackie Robinson's number proudly on the back of your jersey on Jackie Robinson Day, this is something that we wear proudly to remember and honor Johnny and his bravery, his courage, and just how great of a baseball player he was, and how great of a native son of San Diego he was to serve his country proudly in World War II, play at the highest level of professional baseball, and he was just generally a gentleman. We've gotten to know his family really well. Carly Battle, who's his granddaughter, will be out here pregame, so if you have an opportunity to meet her, I know she'd love to meet you. She'll be part of giving out those scholarships. And so his tradition lives on here. We did a mural at his high school, San Diego High, which is not far from here. So it's a big mural of him and honoring what he did. So we just, more than anything else, want all of the fans in San Diego, young kids that are coming up, to understand who he was, what he did, and hopefully serve as an encouragement and a motivation for them to break through whatever barriers they have in their life. And that's what that scholarship program is all about.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's awesome. I appreciate you sharing that with me, Eric, and Padres organization. super cool to be kind of living testament of sacrifices people like Johnny and his teammates went through. You talk about before he even made his major league debut, enlisting in war and serving the country. The people that also give us an opportunity to play a game we love, but then to go through the rest of the sacrifice, follow it up, and still be one of the people, his family. You talk about the Ritchie family being a part of like how we get back today. That's the way I see Johnny Ritchie. That's what I think about when I think about Jackie Robinson days. Just gifts that keep giving. Allow us to continue to know that our work's not done. There's still a lot more we can do. And when you see kids have an opportunity to donate scholarships to them, that's amazing. But to do it in someone like Johnny's name and his family, super special. But thank you guys again for sharing it with me.
Yeah.
You talk about him being a San Diegan. Super cool to feel the vibe and the love from the fans here and the support we have going. But special day to be a Jackie Robinson. I guess I don't want to say protege, but just a part of that, legacy as an African American with an opportunity.
Yeah, when I've seen the guys just absolutely gravitate to your leadership on this team, 16 years in the big leagues. 16. So, I mean, you're carrying on that tradition in such an incredible way, and you're such a respected leader in our game. And we're so happy that you're wearing the Padres uniform this year, coming up with some big hits and some great defensive plays, and super excited to have you on the team, not only because of what you do on the field, but the leader you are in the clubhouse. And I've heard that repeatedly from coaches, players, everybody just talking about how great of a leader you are. And so you should be really proud of the way that your career has continued to represent excellence of a African-American player at the major league level who's a leader for the game. And we're just fortunate to have you here in San Diego.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Super proud to be here. Glad to be a part of it. Amazing to feel the love. Great people to show up for work with every day in the clubhouse and front office. Everyone involved in the staff and the production of the game. But it's fun to be a Padre. It's a cool time. Cool time to celebrate with you guys.
Yeah, and was it special for you to be able to bring your teammates out to the academy in Chicago to show them that? Yeah.
I appreciate you asking. No, it was a great time. Emotional for me every time I go back to that building, to the academy. Get chills on just because the people are ready to embrace that positivity. So seeing my teammates come in there, feeling that energy. I mean, they were rock stars in there, and that was a cool time for us. I had the hat on today, just as another testament to what people like Johnny Ritchie, Jackie Robinson have allowed to have happen in this game. So it's just cool to be one of the trailblazers and be able to have that opportunity to open up more doors for students, families, and just give back to what I've been fortunate enough to be a part of.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, I appreciate you taking the time to come check it
Absolutely.
out today.
I appreciate you showing me. Thanks,
Okay.
Eric. Appreciate it.